Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you doing this morning? I hope that you are doing fantastic this Monday morning. Karibuni sana. Of course, you're watching the show that is Art and Culture Monday, and you are on KUTV right about now. And we are ready to start your week, like always, in style, with oomph, with energy, and just giving you amazing vibes for a Monday morning that you will not find anywhere in the 254. There is no other breakfast show, that is for sure, that is going to be giving you such a vibes Monday morning, such amazing vibes on a Monday morning. That is given. So karibuni sana. I hope that you guys are doing amazing. And of course, happy Mother's Day. Of course, we are extending that from yesterday. Of course we are. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers out there, biological or otherwise. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. We are going to be delving deeper into that in just a minute. So, but we just wanted you to know a happy Mother's Day. If you have realized, we were playing songs celebrating our moms, our mothers in the society, and we are loving it here. We are loving it here. So karibuni sana and happy Mother's Day to all moms out there. We truly and deeply appreciate you. Of course, from myself, from Art and Culture Monday, you are amazing people. You are great people. Karibuni sana. So if you're a mom and you're watching, this is a special hug, for you, special warmth this morning, sent to your living room, to the comfort of wherever you're watching us from. Happy Mother's Day. Karibu sana. This Art and Culture Monday special is curtailed for the purpose of celebrating mothers. I hope that you guys are doing amazing at home. And karibuni sana. We are yet to have an amazing show. We are at 30 minutes past 7 a.m. So that means we have 2 hours and 30 minutes of maximum fun. We are going to be having amazing conversations. We are going to be having amazing guests. Today is all about serenading you people. We have amazing live acts that are going to be joining us shortly, so you cannot afford to go anywhere. But let's start from the very top, from the very beginning. Today, of course, is the 15th of May. The year is 2023. That means the month of May is halfway done. Yes, we are done. We are done with the month of May, and we are doing great so far. This is Monday number 20. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have been here 20 times. This is the 20th Monday of the year that is 2023, and we are doing well. So far, so good, and we are loving it. But that also means that we have about 32 more Mondays to go. So, we're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We do not intend to go anywhere. So we have about 32 more Mondays to go, and we are cheerful, we are grateful, we are happy to be here every Monday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. giving you great vibes, amazing energy, great start of the week. So just we can make sure we have given you a head start for the rest of the week. All right? So karibuni sana. We have an amazing show lined up for you. Kama kawaida, like I have said, we will be having a live act after live act. Yani today, all our guests are going to sing. So yes, you're going to be having an amazing time. We're going to give you time to enjoy some good music, to just relax and, ease into the week like you should. Okay, so we're going to be having amazing guests. I'm going to be having 3 live acts. Today we are going to be having 2 ladies and a gentleman, and we're going to get to know them better, even as we listen to their music, even as we listen to whatever it is that they are bringing to the table this morning. We are going to be having an amazing time. Of course, apart from that, we are going to be having our traffic updates to know what is happening on the roads, our news updates to know what is happening in the country, and then of course we are going to be talking about and celebrating Mother's Day, and we are also going to be talking matters culture, because we are here. We have to acknowledge where we have come from, where we are, so that we can know where we are headed. So we are going to be talking about culture. Did you know? And we are going to be telling you about our people in this nation or outside this nation, and you're going to be getting to know more about them. That is the show that is Art and Culture Monday this morning. It's going to be bomb. It's going to be amazing. As of right this minute, let's get this show on the road. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just laying foundation for Art and Culture Monday this morning. Of course, you're watching us on KUTV, and you're with me, Karen Blessing, and we're just setting pace for Art and Culture Monday. We want to take a look at what is happening on our roads because, hey, I know you're headed to work. Chances are that you're headed to work or you are preparing to go out to work. So we better tell you how the roads are doing so that you know where to go. This morning, first and foremost, it is good for all of you to note that the roads this morning are pretty foggy, and yes, I think I can tell that because as I was headed here to work, it was quite foggy. So if you can please drive carefully, go ahead and do that. All right, this early morning, of course, I know as the day continues that fog is all going to go away, but as of now, if you're on the road, chances are it is foggy. So take your time, drive carefully, and you will get to your destination safely. All right, moving on, of course, courtesy of Mathri Route on Twitter, someone is saying Thika Road this morning is not doing great. There's an accident along Thika Road at Kimbo Spa Mall area. All right, so be careful as you approach the area. All right, so if you're headed to Kimbo or from Kimbo, headed into the CBD or away from the CBD and passing by Kimbo area, drive carefully. There's an accident along that road. Someone else is saying, again, an accident on Thika Road that we have talked about. And then someone is saying, Mombasa Road this morning, ni bumper to bumper. We are not moving. So if you're using Mombasa Road this morning, it may also be taking a while. Someone else, good morning, Thika Road, Kameshika. Kushikana. There's a video right there, and yeah, it is bumper to bumper this morning, so you may also end up taking a while. Someone else is saying from Allsops, traffic imeshikana ata hatusongi. So if you're using Thika Road again at Allsops area, you may be taking a while this morning. I hope that you are going to be getting to work on time. All right, someone else is saying, let me get this, Eastern Bypass, we are moving well, headed into Thika Road. What is happening at Thika Road? Well, Eastern Bypass is good this morning, but Thika Road not so great. All right, so you may also be taking some time. That is it. Right about now, someone is saying at Outer Ring, traffic at Thika Road starts from Outer Ring, headed into Muthaiga, so you may be taking a while as well. So Thika Road generally this morning is not doing great. Mombasa Road as well. If you're using Eastern Bypass to get into Thika Road, Eastern Bypass itself is great, but Thika Road not so great. All right, that is all our updates courtesy of Mathri Route on Twitter, but you can still let me know how traffic is doing on your side. I'd love to know how traffic is doing on your side on 0739 110544, and also for today, we are streaming on YouTube. Yes, so if you're looking for us, pale Facebook, How to Party, it is because tuko YouTube. So run pale YouTube, look for KUTV Kenya, and the show that is streaming right now is this one. So kimbia YouTube, look for KUTV Kenya, and drop your comments because I'm going to be getting to them in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday, and of course, you're with me, Karen Blessing. And we said, if you see me seated, that means we are about to talk. And today, it's not even hard. We are not even going to concern ourselves with the many issues that we could discuss, as our country, our economy, finances, and everything. Today is a celebration day. We just want to celebrate our mothers. I know Mother's Day was yesterday, but don't these people deserve to be celebrated all year round? So we are stretching that to Art and Culture Monday this morning and celebrating our moms. So all I want from you is to send in a message. Celebrating your mom. Kindly tell me her name and where she is at, or where she may be watching from, or where she is watching from, and just a special message to your mom. And also, along with it, you can share a memory. You can share a memory with your mom that, I know we have many people and their mothers have enough memories. So this morning, we're not even talking much. We're just celebrating our mothers, the special message, their name, where they're watching from, and a nice memory or a good memory that you can remember from your mom. That is all we are doing this morning. We don't have much. We're just going to celebrate our mothers because they are worth every bit, every minute of celebration. So keep texting. Text in on 0739110544, and also our social media platforms. We are streaming right now on YouTube. So kimbia pale, drop your comments, celebrate your mom. I'm going to be getting to them in the course of the show. All right. So kimbia pale, text in. I'm going to be getting to them in just a bit. But right about now, we want to move on to what is happening in the country, because it is of importance that you know the state of the nation and whatever is taking place in the country. So right about now, we are jumping on to our news updates. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching KUTV. The show is Art and Culture Monday, and right about now we are jumping on to our news updates, and we start off, of course, with celebrations for Mother's Day, where Mother's Day is being celebrated, of course, yesterday across the globe, and indeed showers of praise have taken center stage across social media as leaders are across the country and netizens alike sent their best wishes to moms worldwide. Here is Dorothy Musyoka with a breakdown of yesterday's Mother's Day celebrations. Take a look.
Mama akiangaziwa kama kioo cha jamii na kielelezo kwa watoto wake, husherehekewa kila mwaka kwa njia tofauti. Siku ya kina mama huadhimishwa katika nchi zaidi ya 50 duniani, ila tarehe tofauti. Nchini India na Marekani huadhimisha siku hiyo Jumapili ya pili mwezi Mei kila mwaka. Rais William Ruto kupitia mtandao wake wa Twitter amewapongeza kina mama kwa mchango wao, akisema kuwa nikinukuu, tuna wajibu wa kufanya kila liwezekanalo kupunguza mzigo unaobebwa na akina mama, kuongeza upendo na kuimarisha uhusiano unaoweka familia pamoja kama sehemu kuu ya jamii. Naibu wa Rais Rigathi Gachagua vile amewatambua kina mama, akisema kuwa kina mama hujitolea kwa manufaa ya familia na jamii. Nikinukuu, wanajitolea kila siku kwa manufaa ya familia zao, jamii na taifa. Kinara wa upinzani Raila Odinga pia ametoa ujumbe wake kwa kina mama, akisifia kuwa upendo wao, nguvu na kujitolea kwao hutengeneza vizazi. Hali kadhalika amewatakia baraka na furaha katika maisha yao. Nikinukuu, siku zenu zijazwe baraka na furaha. Asili ya siku ya kina mama yapatikana miaka 1900 baada ya Marekani kuweka wakfu wa siku hiyo, ambapo baadaye ilienea sehemu nyingine duniani. Siku hiyo huadhimishwa Jumapili ya pili mwezi Mei kila mwaka hapa nchini. Dorothy Musyoka, runinga ya KU.
President William Ruto earlier yesterday joined congregants at the AIC Church, Milimani, where he assured the nation that the government is committed to getting to the bottom of the killings of over 200 people in Shakahola Forest and asked for more time to allow security agencies to complete their investigations. Ruto has warned that his administration will not spare those abusing religion to harm the society.
President William Ruto has yet again revisited the Shakahola matters, where more than 200 people are reported to have lost lives. While rebuking the act that has raised concerns from the public, President Ruto said that the government will deal with the perpetrators.
We are going to deal with the individuals that abuse the sanctity of faith and the word of God in a manner that we deal with all the other criminals.
The president says that the Shakahola incident has put the church in a challenging situation. He has stated that the government will cooperate with the religious fraternity to weed out characters who are abusing religion by using it to fulfill their ill motives.
I want to ask our religious fraternity that we work together towards formulating what our religious leaders and institution will give us as the benchmark, how we avoid situations where individuals abuse religion.
The president has promised that the security forces are working to ensure that those who caused the deaths are found, and that the government, in cooperation with the church, will deliberate on a permanent solution to the misuse of religion.
Give us a little time. Our security agencies are working round the clock so that we can unravel these acts that shame the people who want to abuse the sanctity of religion.
A section of leaders who accompanied the president, led by Kiharu MP Ndindi Nyoro, have urged Kenyans to be patient as they wait for the current administration to stabilize the economy.
Mr. President, you had a choice to make us continue in bliss and enjoying ourselves in oblivion, or make the hard choice, make us tighten the belts now for us to have long-term stability in the future. And I am glad that is the route you have taken.
What Kenya needed at this time was an economic revolution. And I believe, honestly believe, that the president we have today is the one person who could have taken us through to the next stage in our country, Kenya.
Pastor Paul Mackenzie, who is a key suspect behind the Shakahola deaths, is still in detention. Joseph Kiss, KUTV.
Moving on, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has convened a 3-day conference for stakeholders in the coffee industry to deliberate on reforms to revamp the agricultural subsector. The conference will be held in Meru from June 6th to 8th, 2023, and the discussion will revive the once highly lucrative lucrative crop. Gachagua was speaking at Kahiraine Catholic Church Parish in Ruguru Ward, Nyeri County. Take a look.
The forthcoming coffee convention will be preceded by a meeting between the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and his counterpart from Colombia on Monday in a bid to revive the once highly lucrative crop in the country, in which the DP says he has invited the Colombian Vice President for the purpose of benchmarking.
Mambo ya kahawa, kesho nitakuwa na Vice President wa Colombia. Nimemwalika hapa Kenya akuje tuongee mambo ya kahawa kwa sababu hawa wamefaulu sana.
According to Gachagua, the government intends on making coffee available and affordable to every Kenyan coffee farmer, and therefore he will ensure that farmers can get prices that are commensurate with their labor and effort.
Nataka kupatia nyinyi hope that we shall get a solution. How our farmers can get prices that is commensurate to their labor and their effort.
On January 9, in Executive Order Number 1 of 2023, President Ruto appointed Gachagua to be in charge of the coffee sector reforms in the country. Gachagua has been a champion for the revamping of the coffee and tea subsectors. Salma Swaleh, KUTV.
The New Life Prayer Center and Church in Kilifi County, owned by the embattled Pastor Ezekiel Aodero, yesterday had a beehive of activities, including the sick who continued to throng the church area hoping for miracles despite the state's onslaught on the church's ministry. The parishioners from as far as Uganda, Tanzania, Ghana, Dubai, and Australia attended the mass despite the state's attempt to shut it down. Celestine Wandia with more.
Pastor Ezekiel's lawyers, led by Dansan Omari and Sam Nyaberi, has called on the state to stop linking his client with an attempt to scandalize his name by creating a connection between him and Malindi-based preacher Paul Mackenzie. Nyaberi, who is representing Pastor Ezekiel in Mwenimani Court, where the prosecution is probing his 15 bank accounts, says he is also evaluating how many people have been affected by the order and the headcount of Pastor Ezekiel employees and other businesses within the church compound.
So we are putting them to notice that if anybody is salvating to take these properties, you are cheated. Look at the types of lawyers ready to defend the pastor and the properties of the church.
Workforce here is massive. The activities that are ongoing are massive. And the very orders that the court issued in Nairobi injuncting the church is basically, we're going now to say and submit to court afresh in terms of what I have seen, because we were submitting on a point of just being informed of what is happening. But we now know what it is, and we now know exactly the operations of this place.
On his part, lawyer Cliff Ombeta poked holes on the 17-member team task force formed by President William Ruto to probe churches, questioning the standards and measures the task force will look into during their church scrutiny.
By whose standards are we going to measure this? By the religious leaders who have been put in those commissions? Do they have any standards to start with? Let us just describe that. Do they have any? What is their basis? If they cannot come and benchmark from here, we are wasting time.
Among those who attended the mass were parishioners from as far as Uganda, Tanzania, Ghana, Dubai, and Australia, all in hope for healing and in support for Odero.
Let the government, individuals, pastors, the clergymen, everyone give our total support.
Odero was arraigned before Shanzu Magistrate Court for being accused of jointly and conspiracy suspected of committing the felony of murder, aiding suicide, abduction, radicalization, genocide, crimes against humanity, child cruelty, fraud and money laundering, and is out on a cash bail of 1.5 million Kenyan shillings. Celestine Wandia, KUTV.
Moving on to matters agriculture, the State Department for Industry seeks to construct a cotton ginnery in West Ugenya, Siaya County. This is according to the Principal Secretary Juma Mukwana, who says the ginnery will be established at Bar Anyali in Masat East sublocation with an aim of improving their socio-economic status. He has added that the ministry will also establish other related industries to process cotton byproducts. Take a look.
Farmers in Ugenya constituency have received cotton seeds in an event presided over by State Department of Industrialization, Principal Secretary Juma Mukwana, accompanied by Siaya Governor James Orengo and Area Member of Parliament David Ochieng. Mukwana noted that the government is committed to improving the lives of its citizens, urging the locals to embrace cotton farming. The Principal Secretary also added that those who venture into cotton farming will be supported accordingly to ease the burden for farmers, adding that they would double the farmers' budget.
Ongea na governor na county governments ya kwamba mambo ya industry imekuwa ngumu. So kupitia kwa ministry tunaleta kitu inaitwa County Industrial Park. Katika kila county, all the 47 counties, national government imeshikana na county government. County government inatoa shamba, wanatoa mpangilio yao, wanatoa kwa budget. County government wanatoa 250 million, national government inatoa 250 million, that's 500 million. Tunajenga County Industrial Park bahari ambao county itaamua, na nyinyi wenyewe tutakuwa pia na usaidizi na loan. Kama unataka kutengeneza mahindi, unataka kusiaga mahindi yetu, usiage hapo hapa Siaya.
Siaya Governor James Orengo on his part expressed the commitment of the government to support cotton farming. Orengo, however, noted that the locals ought to embrace modern farming to realize positive results in agribusiness.
There is no future at all in a modern economy if you are going to undertake our agriculture in the old traditional way. We must modernize farming.
Ugenya Member of Parliament David Ochieng urged the residents to go back to embracing cotton farming, adding that it will enable them to improve their economic status and that the ministry would add factories to produce cotton byproducts.
The future plan we have is to have an industrial complex here in Baranyali, where we have a ginnery, we have knitting machinery, and also all the other adjoining products. Kama kutakuwa na hiyo mbegu ya pamba to produce oil, the factory for producing oil will be made in this ground.
This comes just a month after the government decided to come up with strategies to revive and boost cotton farming in the country. Dorothy Musyoka, KU TV.
Still in matters farming, the Tea Board of Kenya has asked smallholder tea farmers to be vigilant when delivering their green leaf at buying centers to avoid falling prey to a tea swindling syndicate that has seen farmers lose their produce owing to doctored weighing scales at the tea buying centers. This comes after an impromptu inspection in the tea buying centers in Nyeri County revealed how many farmers were losing grams of green leaf to tea swindlers. Take a look.
According to Samuel Jane, a compliance and surveillance officer at the Tea Board of Kenya, farmers from tea-growing counties have raised a series of complaints about a suspected racket where factories have been colluding with center managers to steal green leaf from unsuspecting farmers by manipulating the weighing scales.
Sisi kama shirika la Tea Board of Kenya tumepata malalamishi kutoka sehemu nyingi pahali chai inakuzwa, wakulima wakilalamika ya kwamba chai yao haipimwi vizuri. Mara kuna karani wengine wananyonga ratili na huenda inaibia wakulima chai yao. Na kwa hivyo tukipata malalamishi kama hii, tunatoka nje, tunazunguka kuona ndio turekebishe hii shida.
In Munyangae Tea Buying Center, tea pickers were shocked to discover that the weighing scale that was being used to weigh their green leaf had been tampered with. During the inspection, officers from the Weights and Measures unearthed how farmers at the center were losing 200 grams of green leaf for every 1 kilogram weighed. Additionally, In all tea buying centers that the inspection team ambushed, the weighing scale, which is supposed to be suspended, had been placed in a wooden compartment. Joseph Njaramba, an inspector from the Weights and Measures, stated that they will be raising the issues with the respective factories to ensure compliance. Additionally, in all tea buying centers that the inspection team ambushed, the weighing scale, which is supposed to be suspended, had been placed in a wooden compartment. Joseph Njaramba, an inspector from the Weights and Measures, stated that they will be raising the issues with the respective factories to ensure compliance.
Shida haijaisha kabisa, sababu utakuta ratili iko na shida kidogo. Na vile kama mwenzangu amesema, tutatembelea factory sasa ndio tuambie wakubwa wa hizo factory ile shida tumepata.
On Friday, TBK, jointly with inspectors from the Weights and Measures, mounted an impromptu inspection around tea buying centers in Nyeri County, where one weighing scale was confiscated. Beryl Rotich, KUTV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting to put a comma there on our news updates, but not to worry because more updated pieces will be coming to your screen on the rest of the day at 6 p.m. and at 9 p.m. for our English news. So stick around at KUTV Kenya and you're going to be enjoying and getting to be informed about what is happening in the country. We want to take a short break, but when we come back, we are coming directly to our first guest of the day, and he is phenomenal. He is a legend in the music industry, and I cannot wait for you and I to meet him and to have a listen in on his amazing work of art that he has put together. So for now, we're taking a short break. See you on the other side of the break.
Abraham tells you that God has sent him and he has marshaled up a few followers. Then God tells him now, take a knife, slaughter your son. Do you think you will categorize Abraham's acts as religious or cultic?
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Boari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
On this week's episode of Fashion Diaries.
Inspired by making something different, but something fun and functional and something that would definitely keep people's heads turning, which it did, so you know.
Kurunzi ya kilimo huimarisha afya na uchumi endelevu katika jamii. Ni msingi mkubwa wa kipindi Boresha Kilimo. Kipindi hiki kinajikita katika teknolojia ya kisasa, utafiti na ushirikishaji wa wadau wa kilimo kuonyesha shughuli mbalimbali shambani. Kwa suluhu ya utoshelevu wa chakula, tazama Boresha Kilimo.
to the Church Aklaksha. I'm your host, Esther Becky.
And my name is DJ Teros.
We start you off with a word of prayer and get you started with a live transformational worship experience. And have our minds renewed by the word of God on the word segment.
And not forgetting new music za hii wiki, yani ndakuwa bado nawapatia pale wasanii wamekuwa kiwakali. So make sure manzo tune in because zitakuwa zina flow pia pale mixes kwa wingi, yani zitakuwa zina come through, and pia performance yani from our gospel artist hapa on Gospel Arts
from 7 to
10 a.m. only on KUTV.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za tarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani swahibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KUTV, nahodha mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalunukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
seche moko richo makama licho agombo mana neko richo pongo denda omiya ywagi nyaka lago bongo ya bongo bless me bless me bless me bongo bless me God bless me bongo bless me bless me blessing me bongo bless me yeah.
Amazing. Amazing music right here on Art and Culture Monday from none other than Mark Adem, the legend. I am should I say I am elated to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not find this music elsewhere. I can guarantee you for a fact. And before I say too much, I want Mark to say hello. Mark, to Salimia, tell us, how is your morning? How is your Monday morning? Say hello to our audience before we jump right in.
Thank you very much for allowing me to be on KU TV. This is a very, very special TV for me because I'm talking to young people, and you know, life is about the younger, you know, because that's the future. Great things. This is Nyatiti, if you never heard about it. And my name is Mark Adem. He's Nyatitiness himself. So this Nyatiti is classified as a liar. If you want to do it, this you can do it. You can play R&B with this. You can play hip hop. Whatever you want to play with this is an instrument.
Yes.
And I'm glad to be on your Art Monday program. Asante sana.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. And we do love Anyatiti. We have had quite a number of them, but I don't think I have seen a more sophisticated one than the one that you have, Mark.
It's not really sophisticated. The thing is, necessity is the mother of invention. So the reason it has these guitar pegs is because of when you go with the traditional ones, which are raffia-based tuning, the bulge, they are prone to weather changes.
okay.
For example, if you go to Mombasa or you
Yes.
go to Zanzibar,
Yes.
they'll be stuck on this bar,
Yes.
on the
Ooh.
yoke here,
Yes.
because of the humidity.
Yes.
When you go to cold countries in winter, like in Switzerland,
Mhm.
I had a problem in the middle of my show whereby they just opened up because now the wood is shrinking.
Yes.
And so they just opened up.
Yes.
And then, of course, like right now we're in the studio, how do you get my sound easily?
Yes.
You have to plug it in.
Yeah.
So you need a pickup. So some of these things that we accuse of being West, it has nothing to do with the West.
Well,
It
yes.
only has to do with the necessity.
Necessity has led to the invention of all those additions that have happened. Wow, amazing, amazing. We are loving it because, like I have said, a lot of inventions have been, added to it to make it easier, to make it nicer for you, to make it, even easy for wherever you go, because you have gone to many, many countries, you have been to many situations and scenarios, and we are loving the additions that have come to the Nyatiti because of your experience. So let's go back kidogo and just ask, when did Macadam start singing or start performing?
Long time ago.
Yes.
I began as a cover band, just with my brother, because my brother, we used to be broke, and then I would ask my brother for money, and my brother was a musician in Mombasa.
Yes.
So at some point he said, "Can't you sing?" So he gave me a tape. I went and learned Malaika, Jambo Bwana, you name it, a lot of Western and Caribbean music.
Yes.
So now, within there, I started composing my own songs. I called them Anglo-Hangla. That was, I'm talking about 96, 97.
Yes.
And I called them Anglo-Hangla, Anglo-Benga. I was actually targeting Luo.
Yes.
But in English, because of having been exposed to Caribbean music, which is very Africanized English. Not,
Yes.
Some of them is not really pidgin,
Yeah.
but you can see this is pronouncing it in an African way. So I got to love that. People like Harry Belafonte and Mighty Sparrow. So then I started hearing about Hardstone. Then I went into dancehall, and
Yes.
those are the first ones I recorded. So most people always tend to think, oh, he began as a rapper, but no, I did not begin as a rapper. I began doing my own Anglo-Hangla, Anglo-Benga, doing covers, and then now because of Hardstone, being on air, I composed a song that was dancehall, and it was called Mr. Lololova.
Yes.
And that song became big back then because the media was still coming up, and
Yes.
it got itself into FM stations.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And then in 2001,
Yes.
I moved, in 2003 actually is when I relocated to Nairobi.
Mm-hmm.
And I met a producer called Tabo Susa, and he wanted to record me as a rapper.
Yes.
But I just wanted to give him more information about who I am.
Yes.
And so I told him I just don't rap.
Mhm.
I also do my own music. I play guitar.
Yeah.
That time I was not playing Nyatiti.
Mhm.
And then he said, "Can I hear what you do?" So I played for him a song.
Yes.
And he was impressed because, I said, "Give me back that comb my hair.
Yes.
Give me back that comb my hair. Jaluo, my brother. Good Biro #1. Good long Marachar. Good Biro Goija Canal. I say, give me back that comb." He was so impressed. You sing African music in English?
Yes.
I said, yes. I call it Anglo-Benga,
Yes.
Anglo-Hangla. He said, okay, I'm more interested in this.
Yes.
But I'll support you with your rap.
Uh-huh.
Because he still believed that I was more into.
You are a good
more
rapper.
Into, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, then that's the birth of Macadam now in
Yes.
2005.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And then since you have been doing music after music, and a lot of it, I just had to pause and ask, because you have performed alongside great acts. Like,
Yeah.
what are some of your best memories, and which musicians were you performing alongside that were really, that were star places in your career?
I'm actually, nowadays I call myself master of invention,
Yes.
reinventing himself. Because when you talk about who are the great acts I've done with, there's
Yes.
a time I was more or less like a reggae artist.
Yes.
And Shashamane loved me.
Yes.
And so I opened up for Gregory Isaac.
Yes.
I opened up for Mighty Culture.
Mhm.
I opened up for Glenn Washington. You
Yes.
name it. And then again, I changed into now opening
You
up for Baba
reinvented
Mal,
yourself.
Mahotela Queens, performing with Sheun Kuti, and then I'm my own person.
Yes.
So I'm moving from being a dancehall artist into being an Afrofusion artist,
Yes.
into now coming up with my own Nyatiti kind of style. I
Yes.
do Nyatiti acoustic, like what I've just done, the Obongo Bless Me.
Yes.
That's totally Nyatiti acoustic.
Yes.
And I'm also working on what I call Nyatiti jazz.
Mhm.
So I've been around.
Yes.
And that's why, and I like myself for one thing, I always love learning. So, and then I bring it to home into the Nyatiti, trying
Yes.
to because people tend to say, oh, that's an ancient instrument.
Yes.
There is no ancient instrument. An instrument is just an instrument.
Yes, just that.
Yes,
It
just
can
use it to
cut
do what
across
you want to
time.
do with it.
Exactly.
If you want to play Mogidi with this, it's up to you. You know,
Wow.
you look for that melody here,
Yes.
you will find it.
And you will find it
Yes,
there.
you want to do Momboko here,
Yes.
you'll find it. You know, so yeah. So I've performed in big places.
Yes.
In the US, I managed to perform at the Kennedy Center. There's a time Kenya was one of the countries that was being represented in one of the biggest festivals in the US called the Smithsonian Folklife Festival.
Yes.
You can only do it in one life
Yes.
because each country only does one. And 2014 was Kenya.
Exactly.
And I
you,
was one of the artists
you got
selected.
the opportunity.
Yes.
Wow.
And then I also got selected to do Kennedy Centers. Kennedy Center is only for the exclusive.
Yes.
And so that's one of the biggest. And I've also managed to perform for very, very big crowds in countries whereby capital cities full of over 20, 30 million.
Yes.
Mexico City.
Yes.
In Mexico City, getting 100,000 people is like getting 100 people in Nairobi.
Yes.
Just like that. So I've gone there twice.
Yes. Is it because they are lovers of music?
There's that, but
more
also,
than,
it's also very populated.
Uh-huh.
Nairobi
Ah,
is less
okay.
than 5 million.
Yes.
I'm talking about a city with over 40 million, you know.
A whole country. In short, Kenya in a country, in a
Yes,
city.
in a city.
That's a lot of people. Wow. So let me ask this. What inspires your reinventing? Because you have been in this industry for quite a long time.
Yeah.
So what inspires? What makes you know, oh, Macadam, it's time to move from rap into, something else.
Yes.
Then we are moving from this. Now we are going into Afro music. What inspires your reinventing?
Basically, I'm a natural.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to fake up
Yes.
by being a musician. And I'm a musician. I'm not
Yes.
just an artist.
You are a musician.
I'm a musician.
Mhm.
And being a musician means you're a creative. You're
Yes.
ever creating with an instrument, you're creating with your vocals, you're
Yes.
creating with your performance. These are all different parts of you as a musician.
Exactly.
You know, as a performer, as a singer, as a player of your instrument.
Yes.
And you can't be in one place
Mhm.
because then you will be annihilated.
Yes, true.
Time will pass.
Yeah.
So if you're a very good creative, you're a natural, you always just come up with something newer
Yes.
than staying in your old self.
Yes.
You know, because just like age, you keep moving.
Mhm.
You grow from one age to another to another to another. You see that?
Exactly.
So it's the same with your creativity.
Mhm.
It should be improving and not.
Yes.
Because a musician does not retire.
Yes.
A musician runs out of ideas.
Ah.
There is no retirement in creativity.
Yes.
It's your passion. How do you retire from wanting to eat githeri?
Exactly. You cannot.
You only make it better.
True.
You add something that you saw with the Swahilis. You add something you saw with the Indians.
Yes.
You add something you saw in Italy. You add something you saw with the Nigerians.
Yes.
You only make it better. You don't say, nowadays I can't eat
Yes.
rabuan because now I only eat rice.
Yes. There is no retiring.
So
in
if you're a
music.
good creative,
Yes.
you should be able to reinvent yourself. But too, as a business
Mhm.
artist, as a
Mhm.
business musician,
Yes.
reinvention is key because every 2 to 5 years,
Uh-huh.
there are young people coming into the market.
Oh, yes.
They are vibrant, they're sexy, they're hot.
Yes.
You know, and in art, the younger, the better. So how do you compete with this? How do you be Kofi going against Fali?
Exactly. Ah.
You know,
True. True. I like that comparison,
Yeah,
especially.
that's a very good one.
True, because there will always be new Falis
There's
coming
new Falis, yeah.
coming into the music
Yes.
industry, and somehow you have to remain relevant.
exactly.
Wow, amazing. I love the way you keep reinventing yourself. And that is why you are here even as a time like now, because we'll be looking who are the upcoming artists,
Yes.
who are the young people.
Yeah.
But inside that ball, we find Macadam. And
And by the way,
doing,
they are also looking up to you.
Yes.
Yet you're also looking at them.
Exactly.
Like in 2020, when I was in Denmark,
Uh-huh.
I decided to do a song for the epidemic that was there,
Uh-huh.
the pandemic. I called
Yes.
it Plandemic.
Yes.
It's there online.
yes.
And I decided that I was going to do it as trap using this Nyatiti.
Yes.
It took me 2 weeks listening to 16-year-old Americans
Yes.
how they're doing trap. So
Yes.
this is me looking at somebody with the age of my son trying to learn what are they doing.
Yes, what is this that they are doing?
So as a musician, as an artist, you should also do your research.
Mhm.
You're not just there. You can't just be there. You should do research. You should learn You should go out, watch other artists perform.
Yes.
So as much as the younger will look upon you, you cannot
also
look down to them. Because I remember when I was starting music in the late 90s, and once at that time, Hugh Masakela was asking Channel O why did a collaboration with Squatter Camp.
Yes.
At that time, Squatter Camp was like the biggest rap group that was doing Kwaito.
Yes.
And his answer, at that time it didn't bother me, but I've always remembered it.
Yes.
He said, the youth know the hood.
Yes.
So you want to get into the hood?
You need to do what
They are
the
the
youth
gatekeepers
is.
of
Exactly.
So which means he was doing his research, was looking what are they doing.
Yes.
You can actually bring it. And by the way, if I do anything that's being done by an 18-year-old, by a 25-year-old right now, it might come to be thought that it was my idea.
Yeah.
Because me, I've been there.
Chances are.
Yes, before that person ever makes it, they say, he's copying marketing.
Yes.
Yet it is the reverse.
It is the other way around. Yeah. Could we hear a bit of trap though? Because now I'm excited for it.
It was not part of it, but yes, why not?
You know, we can listen to
it's called a pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not exactly what the 19-year-old would want, but it is hip hop.
Yes.
This is the pandemic. You make it look like a pandemic. The whole world got an epidemic. Fact is, it's all academic. One, put on a mask, keep your hands clean. No shaking your hands, no hugging, no kissing, no touching, no travel. Keep your distance. Stay at home, stay safe. This is the pandemic. Two things you must get used to. Quarantine one at a time. This is not a way it used to be. Curfews, lockdown. This is all military. What is? This is the pandemic. 3, the COVID-19 daily briefing. To flatten the curve, we need a vaccine. Call the medic before going for testing. Fever, dry cough, tiredness, symptoms. No panicking, no need to go hospital, breathless. Chest pain, speechless. You need an immediate medical attention. Coronavirus is an epidemic. This is the pandemic. You make it look like a pandemic. The whole world got an epidemic. Fact is, it's all academic. Pakata pakata tika chaka chap chap. Kukuru kakaraka pata mapacha pap pap. Pakata pakata tika chaka chap. Kukuru kakaraka pata mapacha. Fact is all. Yeah, the song's called Pandemic. You can actually find it on YouTube.
Yes.
Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, you name it.
Pandemic. By Macadam.
It's not a conspiracy because of the name. I was just playing with the word silly. Because at that time, Pandemic became a conspiracy in 2002.
Yes.
It earned me actually an interview with VOA. They wanted to know whether I'm a conspiracist.
Yeah.
And then I said, no, I was just playing with the forwards. You know,
yes.
This is the pandemic.
Exactly.
You make it look like a pandemic. The whole world got an epidemic. Fact is all academic, but it's actually advisory. Fact. Put on a mask. Keep your hands clean. You know.
I like the way, during Corona, there was a lot of artists coming together to do something about this pandemic. And I could relate right into your song because that was exactly what was happening.
It was basically what governments were doing, what people had to do that I put in a song.
Yes, you are, that was phenomenal, brilliant at least,
but like I told you, if we go back to our topic of reinvention, I had to go and look at what are these youth guys doing, so that I could do a song that can actually go to them rather than for me and the older people.
And the older people, the older generation. Yeah. We are loving to see it. I want us to talk about your Nyatiti for a little bit. I know we have talked about, I like the fact that you have reinvented it as you have reinvented yourself. And I am tempted to ask, how many genres of music can you play on the Nyatiti?
I think you can play almost any genre.
Yes.
Because it normally goes with the arrangement of your song. Yeah. So you can actually just flip. Because basically what I'm doing with my Nyatiti, I'm not playing very traditional way. Although the rap one, I went with the traditional rhythm.
Yes.
But there are some that totally go away. I have a song I do I have a piano song.
Yes.
I have chakacha.
Yes.
You know, I have R&B. You know, though me, I'm not really an R&B singer. But if I gave it to a very good R&B singer, they will actually see that that's actually R&B.
Yes.
So you can even do rock with it. It's up to you.
Yes.
Because what do we need in a rock is just a rock guitar.
Yes.
Not really. You can keep the rhythm somewhere
Yes.
and then bring in the rock guitar. Like right now, what I'm doing with the Nyatiti Jazz
Mhm.
is I'm keeping the rhythm.
Mhm.
I'm the main guy.
Yes.
But then now I have supportive group from the keyboard player
Uh-huh.
to a lead guitarist, to a bass guitarist, to a drummer, to percussionist, to vocalist,
Yes.
to saxophone player,
Mhm.
bringing in those elements of jazz.
Yes. But the Nyatiti is still in the middle of everything else that is
Yes.
happening
But
around.
if you just want to go with it towards R&B, you want to
Yes.
go with it towards Kwaito, yes, you can.
Then it is a very volatile instrument.
Yeah.
If it
I
can
have songs
do
that
all
are
that.
typically Fela Kuti Afrobeat, let alone the Afrobeats of the Yemi Alades of today.
Yes.
But I'm talking about the one that they are taking the ideas from,
Yes.
the one of the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
Yes, I have a song that I've recorded with Lithuanian DJs that they've taken it towards that.
Exactly. What is the purpose of the openings on the body of the Nyatiti?
Which openings?
The holes on the
like this
the
one.
hole. Yes, that one. Exactly.
This one, I think traditional, this one was their amplifier
Uh-huh.
because sound has to come out.
Yes.
So where does it come out from?
Ah.
It needs to come out from here.
It needs an
But right now,
outlet.
you see, we are picking it up
Yes.
into the system.
Into a cord
Yes.
that now exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a membrane which picks the sound.
Mhm.
And you can see this where my microphone is being picked.
Yes.
So the skin, which was traditionally made from the neck of an ox,
Uh-huh.
is the membrane.
Yes.
Is the one that picks the sound.
Uh-huh.
And then it has a bridge here. I'm yet to remove this bridge
Yes.
with the traditional glue
Mhm.
made from beeswax.
Mhm.
And of course, the strings now coming from the yoke down here.
Mhm.
And then you have the resonator, which is wood and not a calabash like some people think.
Yes, that is actually wood.
This is actually wood. And this, now getting this amongst the Luo is very hard because the government has a ban on cutting indigenous huge trees.
Trees, yes.
So I'm actually lucky to have a big Nyatiti.
Yes.
Most of them are smaller.
Are quite smaller.
Yeah, they're quite small. And this
Yes.
one this is a special one.
Mhm.
Was given to Tabo Susa,
Mhm.
the proprietor of Ketable Music,
Mhm.
by Okumu Korengo.
Mhm.
Okumu Korengo died a few years ago, and he was a masterclass teacher
Yes.
somewhere in CI. And
Uh-huh.
he taught this Japanese girl,
Yes.
Anyango.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you need to bring Anyango here someday. Anyango is Japanese.
Yes.
She came as a young girl to Nairobi, took the
Yes.
Nyatiti,
Yes.
and learned Doluo and learned Nyatiti and
Yeah.
learned the culture.
We,
So
we should
Okumu-
arrange. We should
Okumu
arrange for
Korengo-
you to bring Anyango here.
Yes, so while I find it very special, first was given to Tabo Susa
Yes.
by Okumu Korengo, who also taught a great Japanese
Yes.
artist, and this is like one of the few ladies playing
Yes.
Nyatiti because traditionally music for some reason, especially the instrument in Africa, they were
Yes.
male.
Were male dominated. True.
Yeah, so Anyango said it took her a while
Yeah.
to convince Okumu Korengo
Yes.
to accept to teach a woman.
Teach her.
Yes, first she's not a Luo,
Yes.
then she's a woman. Man, the spirits were not accepting until one day the spirit said yes, so he called her.
Yes. I think we should. I think we should definitely
Yeah.
bring her on here. For us guys to get to enjoy people that are doing great work in terms of art, being a woman and play. Because I have heard a number of artists who are playing the Nyatiti, but never a woman. So
Yeah,
even
that we
right
also have here in Nairobi.
Yes.
We have people like Judith Bwire.
Mhm.
We have Christine Demba. We have Atisana.
Mhm.
And I think Akoth Jumadi is also coming up with it.
Yes, Akoth Jumad
Akoth is
has
coming.
been here.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
coming up with Nyatiti now.
Uh-huh.
So I know those few, and Susan used to do it. I don't know if she's still doing it. but
Mhm.
Before I started doing it, Susan played a few songs,
Yes.
recorded.
Yes.
Nyatiti, yeah.
Wow, we are going to get them. We're going to get them to come here because this is art and culture. It's the fusion of our culture plus art.
Yeah.
So we are excited to have them, and we're going to make plans. Of course, now with the help of Macadam because he's been here, we're going to take that advantage and get those artists here to just hear and listen to the music that they are making. So Mark, then COVID happened. Then COVID went away somehow. And how has the music industry changed after COVID, especially here in Kenya?
I think it did do a lot of harm,
Mm-hmm.
but not to solo acts.
Yes.
Solo acts who knew business And by solo act, I mean people who play like Nyatiti, because Nyatiti is a one-man
show. Yes.
Me actually became busy. I got stuck in Europe for 7 months in 2020. Yes. I couldn't come back, and not because of anything, but because Kenya banned the flights to Kenya.
To
so
Kenya.
There's no way I could come back. So I was in Denmark. I stayed there for 7 months. Not because I was performing, I was just there, but I was okay.
Yes.
But when I got back home, I realized that there was actually room for solo performance, because restaurants still wanted.
Yes.
But they couldn't afford bands.
Yeah.
So they go for
solo acts.
The Mugidi like.
Yes.
Yeah. So I became busier, but it affected especially the pop stars.
Yes.
Because them, they want big crowds.
Yes, they want crowded places. Yes.
They couldn't take off. And so I also was a beneficiary of online performances. I remember being in Denmark, and a Kenyan actually hooked me up to perform for the London City Council.
Yes. Wow.
And I won because of this, because they're used to sing. You know, West Africa has nguni.
Yes.
They have kora.
Yeah.
So they have the kalimba. And so she introduced this to the board, and they're like, and what is that?
Yes.
So the board went for this that they've never seen.
Exactly.
So sometimes what upcoming musicians, younger musicians need to know is it's not actually how good you are at times, or most of the times. How unique are you?
Yes. So it's about how unique
because you stand out.
Yes. Of
so
course.
All these guys, I'm sure they had choras and goonies, and they've been seen in London.
Yes.
And then this Kenyan says, what about this one?
Yes. And they're like, what is that?
What is that?
Yes.
And then they listen to the music. Wow.
This one.
And so I performed online in my room. And they didn't mind. They just paid you as if you traveled there.
Yes.
So change to that.
Yeah.
Whereby so many artists benefited in performing online. And it also taught us how to use online platforms.
Yes.
You know, because now that was the only way. That was the best way.
Yes.
Yeah, so it did that change.
And I'm grateful that, like you have said, it also opened up opportunities. It was not just all bad. It also opened up new ways. And for us to know we don't need a crowd. A crowd is good, but it's not a necessity exactly for performances. I want us to get to a second performance. I feel like we have talked a bit much. We want to listen to you sing a bit more. So right about now, I want us to get into our second performance by Mark Adam.
Yeah. This is a song, I gave you Obongo Bless Me, which means God bless me. It's a song I wrote for people who believe in God. People who believe in God are very special because whether they have nothing, they still thank God.
Yes.
So the purpose of Obongo Bless Me. The second one is called Alango. I based the chorus on a Luo lullaby of Alango, Dako Mogero or Deko Nyundo, a woman who built her house using a hammer. You know, traditional houses were made of earth, reeds, and fiber. So I think Alango was one of probably the first Luo woman among the Luo, probably educated. And she used mabatis and
hammer. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Wito nango rwako Mota boda boda pico cada. She want to go. She want to go. She want to go. She want to go. Alango, Alango mama. Alango, Alango mama. Alango. Wish, wishy paraga. Alango sena alango. Alango sena alango. Odeo geri ginyundo. Alango sena alango. Odeo geri ginyundo. Alango sena alango. Odeo geri ginyundo. Okao togero kidi. Odeo geri ginyundo. Okao tado keto panga. Odeo geri ginyundo. Okao togero kidi. Odeo geri ginyundo. Okao tado keto panga. Ogeri ginyundo. Owito nangol wakolongo. Odeo geri ginyundo. Alango. Alango mama. Alango Alango mama. Alango mama. Alango na. Alango mama. Alango na.
Amazing music from right here on Art and Culture Monday by none other than Macadam. And we are continuing to have a conversation with him, you know, just to get a feel of the person that he has been in the music industry, of the legend rather, that he has been in the music industry, because he's been one. Macadam, another interesting question. What other instruments can you play?
Like I said before, when I began in Mombasa, I actually began with the kayamba.
Yes.
And there's one thing I think that people never consider as an instrument, which is your voice.
True.
We also consider it as an instrument. And so I began with the kayamba, then I went into acoustic guitar. I play basically acoustic, not soloing and all that.
Yes.
Just vamping and doing my own thing. Then I play a kalimba.
Yes.
In Swahili we call it mdube. In English call it a thumb piano. So I did a kalimba for quite a while. Is when one time, you know, my producer Tabus was like, why don't you go for the nyatiti? It's quite a good instrument. It's uniquely Kenyan. You're not gonna compete with people outside there, because outside there the kalimba is there, the guitar is there.
Yes.
But you're gonna have you know, it's going to be a walk in the park.
Yes.
And I've seen that when I'm in Europe, you know, even the artists now, like there's a time I was in Berlin and we're collaborating. And when I walked into the stage to do my sound check, and these were mostly African artists living there, big artists.
Yes.
By the time I finished checking, all these artists were in front of me taking pictures. You know, you can see how, you know, I was like, wow. Instead of even being on stage with me, they went in front now to take pictures of what is this guy playing. So it's very important when you're unique, and it's also very important when it is uniquely yours.
Yes.
For example, Nyatiti, Obokano, Iritungu, Litungu, Kibukandet, you know, Adeudeu. Those are uniquely Kenyan instruments. Although we have them across the border, like north of Kenya and South Sudan, the Bagandas have the Nyatiti. North and south of Nyanza towards Tanzania, They have also the Nyatiti and Obokan and Litungu.
Mhm.
The Kurias, they have Iritungu. But the Nyatiti is special because I think the players of the Nyatiti maintained how it is played, how it is tuned.
Yes.
They never lost it. Most cultures have lost it. There are instruments among the Luo that are also lost. People don't know how to play them anymore. Yeah. So
Mhm. So you have been playing a number of instruments,
some
but
of the-
your primary
some of the
instrument
guitar,
is
the kalimba,
Yes.
the Nyatiti.
Yes. But Nyatiti.
Kayamba also. Playing Kayamba is actually tricky.
Yeah.
Shaking it while singing.
Yes, is tricky. I love that you brought your voice because that was my next question.
Yes.
How you have maintained your voice to be so good over the years. And like, do you do training vocals? What do you work on as much as your voice?
Actually, my voice has changed. I
Yeah.
used to sing soprano.
Mm-hmm. For real?
So
What?
I think God spoiled singing at the beach, singing without microphones, just making noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it changed.
Yes.
But voice is supposed to get better with time.
With time. Mm-hmm.
I once read about Julio Iglesias. We call him Julio Iglesias.
Yes.
He was a footballer.
Yeah.
Then he got hurt.
Uh-huh.
Very good footballer in Europe. So
Yeah.
when he got hurt, his uncle brought him a guitar.
Mhm.
And then he learned the guitar. He never went back to play football.
That was the end of.
Yeah, but he says,
Yes.
and this was the most important part
Uh-huh.
regarding your question.
Yes.
It took him 10 years
Mhm.
to become a pro
Yes.
as a musician.
Yes.
So we tend to rush because people want to make money.
Yes.
But it actually takes you 10 years to become pro, unless you're just a natural.
Yes. But otherwise, if you just any other
If you're
musician,
trying harder,
yes,
you need to give yourself time.
at least.
Yeah.
10
But now
years.
with pop, with the
Uh-huh.
emergence of pop, that's too long for pop.
Yes.
You will be gone.
You'll be gone by then. New blood will have joined the industry and overtaken you. We are running out of our time, but we are not getting away from here without talking about your Nyatiti Afro jazz experience. I want to know why you decided to make it, a whole experience, bring in other instruments, and just how you have reinvented yourself to make it a Nyatiti jazz experience.
Like I said earlier, Nyatiti traditionally
Yes.
is a one-man band.
Mm-hmm.
How? He sat on a low stool,
Yes.
a very low stool,
Uh-huh.
and plucked with both hands,
Yes.
and had shakers on his right leg.
Yes.
Yeah, we call them gara in Dolu.
Yes.
And then there was a metal ring on his toe
Uh-huh.
that hit this lower bar
Yes.
to give the doof, doof, doof. And while he's doing doof, giving that beat,
Yes.
like the metronome
Yes.
that keeps the groove, that makes the dancer know how to dance.
Yes.
The shakers were, the garas were,
Exactly what
bringing the
shaking.
percussiveness.
Yes.
So he was an all-rounder.
Yes.
Meanwhile, he's singing and plucking.
Yes. So it was like he had 3 different
Yes.
instruments.
Yeah.
in
So now
the
we have
solo
removed
act.
gara
Yes.
and oduwango.
Yes.
I've stripped it off.
Mhm.
So it's actually very difficult for you to dance to it. Nyatiti has a very unique rhythm that
Mhm.
even instrumentalists find it very hard. Where is my one?
Yes.
And by one, I mean, where is that?
Do.
For example, if I'm playing,
Yes.
where is my one?
Ah,
So
yes.
most of the time, you find that instrumentalists don't know, especially the drummer, they don't know where to enter.
Yes.
They could enter anywhere. So the one is with the player.
Yes.
So I always tell them, look at my leg.
Yes. And
So that's my one.
yes.
So since I've removed the one,
Yes.
it has to come from the band.
Exactly.
But I did that with the Nyatiti acoustic
Mhm.
because I added a percussion player.
Yes.
And nowadays, what I've done, I put a drum machine to it. If I'm playing solo with the percussion player, so I have a drum machine that gives me so,
Yes.
and then the percussion. So it becomes more of all round, like
Exactly.
the old guy who just did alone.
Yes.
But while in Berlin again,
Uh-huh.
for some reason, I went to watch. My booker took me to watch a jazz
Yeah.
show, and there was a piano,
Yeah.
a double bass, lead guitarist,
Mhm.
alto saxophone,
Yes.
a drummer, and a
Ooh.
percussion.
Yes.
So I liked it, and then that was 2018. I said, I'm going to remove that piano
Yes.
and put the Nyatiti there.
in
and that is me.
in place of the
Yes,
piano.
and create what I call his nyatitiness.
Yes. No, we are understanding how you became to be a legend, because you see ideas in the randommost of places. Me, if I am watching a band, I am just watching a band. But you get ideas from all these things.
As
and
a
you're
creative,
able to-
you need to keep learning.
Yes.
So what I saw there is I'm going to do this home.
Yes.
And I began experimenting it since 2019.
Uh-huh.
I still call it word in progress,
Yes.
like Michael Soy says.
Yes.
Work in progress.
Yes.
So it's work in progress, but I want to launch it. I want Nairobian to see it
Yes.
this 19th May. What is this that he keeps talking about? Of his nyatitiness.
Yes.
Macadam, Nyatiti Jazz experience. They're going to see it because it's Nyatiti there that's
Yes.
on top of all the other modern instruments.
Yes.
Then these guys now have to back to beautify. You see, like when I
Yes.
play here, it's just the Nyatiti alone.
Yes.
Now imagine there's a saxophone there.
That is, backing
There's a
up.
guitar, meandering. There's a bass. There's a drum, of course. There's a drummer. The girls
Yeah.
singing. It becomes something else.
It becomes a wonderful experience. I hope that you guys are not going to miss this experience. It is going to be going down on the 19th of May, which is this Friday.
This Friday.
So tunakupatia form ya weekend. If
Yes.
you're wanting where to be, where to go,
And it's not 45 minutes. It's
Yes.
3 hours, 7 to 10 non-stop
yes,
for 1,000 shillings. Otherwise, you could ask them a question.
yes,
Whoever the first two gets it, you
Yes.
can get paid up. I have paid up tickets from diasporans
Yes.
that I'm giving out.
yes. Wow. So I am going to take that opportunity and ask you a question. So I
Yes.
know you're tuned in because they are. Actually, in fact, someone is saying, Priest the Poet is saying, master in his own craft, Kenya's finest. He's of course talking about you. Emi Masimoto is saying talent galore. And I think we can all agree. And there's a bit more of feedback. So I know you guys are watching. So I'm going to pose a question. And like Macadam has said, he's going to be giving us 2 tickets. All right? And we're going to be in attendance because we cannot miss this one. So it is going to be the experience of a lifetime on the 19th of May. He has said this is not 1 hour, it's not 2 hours,
No.
3
Three
full
non-stop.
hours non-stop of amazing music, 7 to 10 a.m. To 10 p.m. And this is going to be you're getting your tickets at macadam.hasosasa.shop. Okay? So kimbia pale macadam.hasosasa.shop, get your ticket for just 1,000 bob. In fact, if you give you a free ticket, buy another one. Come with your person and have a great time, have a great experience. This is of course going to be at Alliance Francais at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Don't miss it. You're going to want to enjoy more of Macadam's music. I want us to wind it up there. Is there someone you want to tell a happy Mother's Day? Macadam?
All mothers.
Yes.
I dressed like this to tell all mothers.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Because without mothers, we wouldn't all be here.
We wouldn't.
Mother Nature.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. That has been Macadam, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we hope to have more time with you. We hope to have more Nyatiti jazz experiences as they happen every year. I hope that we will get to have you here and, to get to sell it and to get to listen to the music that you are doing. We are grateful. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to listen to one more song before we go to the jazz experience, and then we are going to be having our second live act of the day, Truth 254. She has been here before. We want to know what she has been up to since the last time that we saw her, but right about now, Macadam with another amazing song.
Thank you so much. Like I said, you can play different rhythms.
Yes.
And I need to walk that talk.
Yes.
This is actually one of the most popular beats out of East Africa.
Yes.
But mainly at the East African coast. It's
Mhm.
called Chakacha.
Chakacha.
And this song's an inspiration because
Yes.
I was inspired by this, I think he's West African, but he grew up here and he lives in the US,
Mhm.
befriends me on Instagram, says, can you make a song about a girl who wants to be a doctor? She wants to be a dancer,
Yes.
but her parents want her to be a doctor.
Uh-huh.
But contrary to most young people, she goes and becomes a doctor first.
Yeah.
Then hits the dance floor
Yes.
and becomes world famous to a point that her parents begin supporting her. The song's called Ban Piende.
Uh-huh.
Ban, which B-A-N, Piende, which means the skins in Doluo.
Yes.
Fold your beddings.
Mhm.
And you can find it on YouTube. It has
Yes.
a video and all over social media.
Amazing.
She was born late in the night. Her mother was a poor woman. She walked. Her father was a tough man. He walked. She said, he said, I want my daughter. He said, she said, you go up to be a doctor. She said, he said, I want my daughter. He said, she said, you go up to be a doctor. Agoro went to school in the village, Boro Nursery School, Boro Primary School, in the village, Boro Secondary School. Agoro went to the city, Nairobi University School. Hero Banu Piende, Banu Piende, Wololo Wololo to Banu Piende, Hero Banu Piende, Epa, Ahora, Hero Ahora, Yawagora, Banu Piende. But her father wanted a doctor. She loves the dance floor, but her mother wanted a degree. So Aworo brings a degree home. Aworo is a doctor. Aworo dances away so big. Aworo carries the day. Aworo she gets a good pay internationally every day. Parents are too proud. Village is so proud. Yeah. Hello. Ahora, en ahora, ahora, ya ahora, Erobanu piende, banu piende, wololo, Erobanu piende, wololo, 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 wololo. Ahora went, and ahora went to school. Ahora went to the city. Ahora went to Nairobi. She's in KU University. Ahora went to school. Ahora went to the city. Ahora went to Nairobi. Ahora she's in KU University. She's in the university, varsity. She's in the university. Epa. She's in the university, varsity. She's hello with a tumble shoe, with a tumble shoe. With the tumble shoe, Aworo with the tumble shoe. Are you dancing? Are you bouncing? Are you jumping? Yes, are you bumping? Are you dancing? Are you? Anachokoa, anaweka.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized.
And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the Retro Tech. On Technovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
Kurunzi ya kilimo huimarisha afya na uchumi endelevu katika jamii. Ni msingi mkubwa wa kipindi Boresha Kilimo. Kipindi hiki kinajikita katika teknolojia ya kisasa, utafiti na ushirikishaji wa wadau wa kilimo kuonyesha shughuli mbalimbali shambani. Kwa suluhu ya utoshelevu wa chakula, tazama Boresha Kilimo.
To the Church O'Clock Show. I'm your host, Esther Becky.
And my name is DJ Teros.
We start you off with a word of prayer and get you started with a live transformational worship experience. And have our minds renewed by the word of God on the word segment.
And not forgetting new music za hii wiki, yani ndakuwa bado nawapatia pale wasanii wamekuwa kiwakali. So make sure manzo tune in because zitakuwa zina flow pia pale mixes kwa wingi, yani zitakuwa zina come through, and pia performance yani from our gospel artist hapa on Gospel Arts
from 7 to
10 a.m. only on KUTV.
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Boari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Alone is how she has always walked. In this narrowed path with broadened thoughts, I see her lowering her pace and fastening her laces just to give us the very best. Because alone is how she has always walked when he drooled over his pants and swung that stool to her direction, but she picked seized that broom and swept the bad omen away. And he began living in pieces amidst the tiny disentangled parts. She became both a mother and a father. Mama way, mama way, mama way, mama way. See, it was not easy. Rain showers did drop, but our hearts bled not, because she taught us the beauty of strength. With her palms on our hands, eyes fixated on our own, she was our reassurance. With minds illuminated, taught us that the sun rays never discriminated, taught us to spot light in darkness. She was the ball of positivity. Mama, acheza kidogo, cheka kidogo, cheza kidogo. I remember those days when the society smacked you on the face. Heaps of responsibilities led to depression, a null hypothesis proven. 6 years down the line, still stuck on the poverty lane yet again. Another null hypothesis proven. Too much negativity sprayed on our history, but you taught us the beauty of positivity. Because alone is how she has always walked in these narrowed paths. She had to have wisdom, because questions like this never missed. At 10, questions be like, Ukona baba kweli, why do you talk about your mama so much? At 15 to 29, questions be like, uko shua na kuwa na chali, are you sure you're gonna be submissive to your husband? It's funny how these questions married with age at 25 to 29, questions be like, uko shua na ku get married? Do you even know how to be submissive to your husband? With a lady looking for a face in this global face, it was a bit difficult, but Mama reminded us that words of humans were just like the mist. That you could either put on a rain jacket and watch it demystify, or you could hibernate from it, or you could even lit that bonfire and watch it demystify. Because human words were just that, words. I am an African woman, born by two yet raised by one. I am that statistic that thrived from this equation, because alone is how she has always walked in this narrowed path with broadened thoughts that see her lowering her face and fastening her laces just to give us the very best. Mama way, 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 mama way. Spontaneous.
Are you?
I'm doing good.
It's been a minute.
Definitely,
It's
like
been
a
a
year.
while, and you're back in black. The last time you were here, we were both wearing white, and I am loving this. Does this show that we are soul sisters?
Yes, you know.
We should catch up later.
We're vibing on a positive frequency.
Yes, thank you. I am loving it. Karibu sana, welcome back. Just
Thank
say hi
you.
to people at home, tuambie wewe nani, although we already know, but there's some new, we have gathered a massive, huge new audience since the last time you were here.
Yeah.
So wasalimia, then we jump right into the interview.
All right, well, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Truth 254. As Karen said, I was here last year. It's always been a blessing. I do R&B soul music, and well, I'm here because I just released a new music video featuring Caterpillar.
Yes, amazing. That is Truth 254, and I love her music. I love the things that you have been doing because I've been following you up closely, and I like, so since last year, what have you been up to?
Okay, last year, basically just saving money for projects, doing live performances here and there, creating networks, and just focusing on myself. Because apart from being an artist, there's so many things that I'm focusing on. You know, I also have friends and family. I also have my own issues. So sometimes us artists, we take a break, and then we get back and everything's ready.
Yes. So you've just been having a couple of live sessions here and there, working on your life, because life is huge.
Yeah,
it's very
it's insane, you know.
Yes, I understand. So then came this year. What are you planning for 2023?
Well, it's just going to be amazing projects after projects. Right now, I'm focusing on a new project with Femi One. I also have a track I want to work with the Jetty Band, and so many other guys that I'm probably not going to mention because they're huge.
Yes.
And also have international collaborations too. So basically working on growing my brand and doing collabos that will make me become even a better and a bigger artist.
Yes, so we are waiting for a full year.
Yeah,
waiting for a year,
but for now, let's wait for Femi One. Femi One is supposed to enter the studio as soon as next month.
Yes.
Pesa nikipata pesa, tuna shoot tukienda.
Haraka. Thank you. We are looking forward to that one. Let's pull up kidogo, because I know we just jumped right in. Someone may be asking, who is Truth 254, when did they start singing? How many songs do you have out, and when did you start singing?
Okay, well, professionally. I started singing 2 years ago professionally. That's when I first put my first music video called Rise, done by producer Paulo.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when I just kept on doing music videos, because I saw that I could actually do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard when you see someone shoot a music video, but you haven't done it. You're like, oh my goodness, where am I going to get 100,000? Where am I going to pay the videographer 20,000? Where am I going to get 3,000 for the makeup? Because it's expensive, you know? My music videos are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's 4K quality, good location vibes. Yeah. Ni ngumu sana. Wacha nikwambia, kama kuna kitu inasumbua wasanii, si kufika studio, ni kutoa video ya adabu.
So nice video, nice
video ya
location.
adabu, you know. So basically, I have 6 music videos personally on my YouTube channel, but I also have several collabos with Naiboy on his channel, Jeshi Jinga, and also several other artists. I've done several collabos.
Like you've said, it's not easy. So how have you been managing, like, to give us, because video after video since Rise have been amazing. Honestly, I've just been like, okay.
Yeah, but like, you see, there's a really big time gap. If you can check, the first time I did, the last time I did a music video was 9 months ago, and then I released Caterpillar Wasiwasi.
Yes.
So sometimes as artists, we may take a long break. Tunaweza toa music video January, and then we stay looking, because after releasing a music video, you have to pay marketers to put your music on NRG Music, to play, you know, so that they can give you shows in Nakuru and Mombasa. So it's so intensive, and unless you have like a really good income, or you have a support system, or you're signed by a record label, then that's when you can do music videos every single day.
Yes.
But for my case, sometimes it takes me even 3 months, because like for Wasiwasi, I started paying for it in January. You know, pole pole, nikipata 2,000, natuma, nikipata 5,000. You know, you have an agreement with your team. Work with people that genuinely like you, first of all. Usiende kutafuta kazi na watu hawakupendi. Wanakwambia hii video ni 100k, na ni uongo. Still 100k, nikituka 20 Gs. Ataka tu kukusumbua akili. So look for people who actually like what you do, and then go with the vibe, and never be afraid to spend money, because mi wambia wase, ndo make money lazima cost money.
Yes.
You can't
cost
just
money to make money.
It costs money to make money, so you better work on that.
Okay, so wasanii, I hope mmesikia. It takes money to make money. You have to use a little bit of money here and there for you to actually get the money back. So I hope that you're learning a thing or two. Have you considered a record label?
No, I've never considered being signed in a record label, but one day, if God does grant me an ability to be signed, then it's probably going to be like an international record label. You know, I'm probably going to be singing with the likes of Nasty C, you know, Nicki Minaj. We're taking tea with Beyonce, talking about my Vogue photo shoots. Yeah, I'm an international artist. So so far, there has been no Kenyan record label so far that can be able to sign Truth 254. Because what record labels do back in the day, let me tell you something about record labels. Back in the day, record labels were very important, because there was no access to the digital media as the way that we can now.
Yes.
But now, Truth 254 can buy an iPhone 13. I can shoot my own videos. I can hire a videographer. I can pay. There's a difference between having a record label and having a contract deal. Na hapo ndo wasanii wengi wanaumia. Msanii hataki kufanya kazi. Anajidai yeye ni msanii, anataka kung'ara, hataki kubai nguo, hataki kupanda mats, then aitishe Uber tao afike interview, yeye anataka baiwe gari. Unabaiwa gari kama nani? People need to work on themselves before someone can work on you. And I tell a lot of record labels, because I've met a lot of them, but I'm not going to name them because they're very good record labels. They're good for other people, not for me.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. We ask that here because it's good to know what's good for you. Because at the end of the day, it's just gonna be you. Exactly. We want to listen to a second song before we come back and talk about the new music, whatever it has taken to put it together and to sell it out there for the money to come back. So right about now, another amazing jam from Truth 254. At KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday, and our artist of the hour is Truth 254. We are loving the vibes. We are loving everything that you are bringing to the table. It may take a while, but when it gets here, it's definitely worth it. And I think quality over quantity anytime, right? So we are happy. We are happy. We want to talk about the newest jam, Wasi Wasi. Let's start from creative process. Wasi Wasi, what inspired Wasi Wasi?
It was a freestyle song. I'm a freestyle artist, meaning I rarely write my lyrics.
Yes.
So nilikaa chini and I was like, sijatoa ngoma mpya for long.
In a while.
And I just don't want to invest so much money and shoot a music video that's going to cost me and it's not going to push me to the charts.
Yes.
Because every song is not worth a music video.
Yes.
That's what people don't understand. Kuna ngoma zenye unaweza toa ni za Spotify, ni za Audiomack, ni za Boomplay, zingine ni za zako personal, But then now kuna Club Banger, Zile za akina Aka Kajem Kazuri, akina Mbuzi Gang. Ngoma zenye unasikia hivi and the chorus resonates in your mind every single day.
Yes.
So basically, I hit up Caterpillar. He's one of my old-time friends.
Yes.
And I was like, let's do a track together. So we met at Black Market Records, and we just vibed. The producer was Vic West.
Yes.
He's actually one of the biggest producers right now. He did Kuna Kuna and Cool Me Down, among so many other tracks. But usanii ni lifestyle na haifai kuwa ngumu. Ukiona unaingia studio na huwezi make music, you probably need to look for a songwriter, or you probably need to focus more on creating music that fulfills your soul so that you can fulfill the audience.
So that it's easy. So it should be easier once you get to...
unasumbuana na producer.
Yes. All right. So we will have Wasi Wasi in a bit. But before we do that, where can people find your music and your socials so that we can, go on there and give you the numbers?
So everybody, you can find me at Truth254_ on Instagram. YouTube, my handle is Truth254. Instagram, everything Truth254. Facebook is Vivian Mwangi.
Okay. And we can find your music on what platforms?
You can find my music on all digital platforms, starting from YouTube to Boomplay to Spotify to Apple Music to Audiomack to Tubidi. You can even download my music.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so you know where you can find Truth 254 across the board. I like that it's one name, Truth 254. You can be able to find her music on any music platform, and you can also find her in person on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Download, share her music, give her the numbers because she is doing an amazing job. But right about now, we want to close. Who are you wishing a happy Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day, Mama Vivian.
Yes.
She's the best mother I've ever had and the only mother I've ever had.
Yeah.
So abarikiwe na nikiomoka ni wewe na kubaia gari.
Ni wewe tu.
Na mansion. Tana naoa ni mimi.
I like that. Happy Mother's Day to Mama Vivian and Mama Truth 254. Thank you for giving us an amazing daughter and an amazing artist at that. Right about now, ladies and gentlemen, Wasi Wasi by Truth 254 featuring Caterpillar. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just finished with Truth 254 with her newest jam called Wasi Wasi featuring Caterpillar. And I hope that you're going to go, to Boomplay, to whatever music platforms, to her YouTube channel, and just, get the song and enjoy. It's a beautiful, beautiful jam. So get on there and give her the numbers. We are moving on because we still have one more guest to go. But before we go, we have 2 tickets, courtesy of Macadam. And the question is, what instrument did Macadam bring to studio today? what instrument did Macadam bring with him to studio today? What is the name of the instrument that Macadam brought with him to studio today? You are responding on YouTube Live, where we are streaming right about now. So kimbia pale kwa comment section and just tell me, and you might just win yourself a ticket for this Friday evening from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. of amazing Nyatiti Jazz Experience. Okay, so give me the answer to that question and you might just be the winner of a ticket, of a free ticket to an amazing Friday night. Okay, we want to go for a short break, but when we come back, we're going to be having our last act of the day. His name is Halisi Mondre, and we are going to be having him we're going to be having 15 amazing minutes from him, and we are going to be enjoying exactly that. All right, but before we go, we have our culture segment with Culture Did You Know, and we are going to be going through that in just a bit. I'm going to be leaving you with that as we prepare Halisi for that. But for now, we want to know about our Culture Did You Know about the Wadabe community, or Wadabe tribe. I want you to get a listening ear, listen in, and we are going to be talking about that in just a bit. But right about now, our culture segment on Culture Did You Know.
Did you know the Wadabe tribe is a small subgroup of the Fulani ethnic group located in Niger, West Africa? They are traditionally nomadic cattle herders and traders in the Sahel. The Wadabe people are known to be the world's finest community, where we see men taking the place of women in beautification. The males in the tribe believe that they are the most handsome set of men in the world and always carry mirrors so that their beauty is not disturbed. The tribe holds an annual festival in September called the Gera Wall, during which men dress elaborately, wear makeup, and hold a beauty pageant, all this to steal other men's wives. They paint their faces with red clay, use eyeliners and lipsticks, and also wear white ostrich feathers in their hair, making them appear taller. During the festival, 3 of the tribe's most beautiful women are chosen to judge as the men display themselves through dance and singing to gain attention. The dance would involve a show-off of how their teeth and eyes are white and attractive. The 3 winning men then choose the women of their choice from the crowd. If a man successfully steals a wife without being caught, the man automatically becomes her husband and the union is accepted. This is possible since all men look the same after the makeup. Hence, one may not know who stole another's wife. The tribe is a polygamous one. Hence, wife stealing is widely accepted since the women can have as many husbands as they want. However, wife stealing can have fatal consequences since if a man gets caught, the previous husband has the right to take her back. But if she disagrees, there can often be a fight and it could lead to death. This calls for men to be tactful in luring other males' wives into their houses. Now, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Wadabe community or Wadabe tribe. And I thought all these matters, beauty and mirrors, are women issues, but apparently not just women. Also, it is have you heard that a wife can have as many husbands as possible? Were you listening in on this discussion? And what do you think? What is your opinion on the Wadabe tribe? Because I think that is really where the question is. What is your opinion on this culture of the Wadabe tribe? What is your opinion? Because I feel like I have a lot to say. There is a lot that can be said, starting from the obsession with how they look and beauty, and going on to the fact that a wife can be snatched from you, and if you don't notice, you imeenda. You know, like the fact that that can actually just happen. And I don't know, please share with me. Let me know what your opinion is on the Wadabe tribe and their culture and the practices that they keep practicing. All right, I'd love to hear your opinion before we close the show. But right about now, we want to move on, of course, to our third guest of the day. And His name is Halisi Monroe. We're going to be having him in just a minute. I promised you today is going to be live act after live act after live act. And also, as I wait for your answer to which instrument, what is the name of the instrument that Macadam brought to studio? That question, that answer will win you a ticket to Friday night Nyatiti Jazz Experience at the Alliance. And you are going to be having an amazing time from 7 p.m. all the way to 10 p.m. Okay, so give me the answer to that question and you might just be the winner of the ticket that will be this Friday evening. All right, so right about now we want to move on to our third live act of the day in just a bit.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
The folks are going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
People pass vuguvugu. People pass ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni Duniani Leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
On this week's episode of Fashion Diaries.
Inspired by making something different, but something fun and functional and something that would definitely keep people's heads turning, which it did. So, you know.
You were loving the way I'm moving, loving the way I do
Loving the way I do. If you had a twin, it's me you're choosing. I was made for you. You got me on another vibration. Hey, vibration. You got me on another vibration. Hey, vibration. You got me on another vibration. Yeah, vibration. You got me on another vibration. Yeah, vibration. You got me blocking my vision. Unanipa confusion. Juju is the only solution in this love equation. Teach you right, ha ha. Never talk, ha ha. Let a light up, ha ha. Been aware, girl, to no walk up. I can put you on a jet, baby. Sunapenda nikiflex. For you I can do anything, lady. Sunapenda si regret. I can put you on a jet, baby. Sunapenda nikiflex. For you I can do anything, lady. Sunapenda si regret. Loving the way I do. If I had a twin, it's me you're choosing. I was made for you. You were loving the way I'm moving. Loving the way I do. If I had a twin, it's me you're choosing. I was made for you. You got me on another vibration. Yeah, vibration. You got me on another vibration. Yeah, yeah, vibration. You got me on another vibration. Vibration, you got me on another vibration. Vibration. Don't you walk away. Every day you're shining bright like a summer breeze. Baby, it's just even when I'm talking about you every day. It's just even when I go to move. How about baby boo? Only boo. Got me on crazy with no clue. Could you on me, Jake? Anytime I feel boo. Mali, it's a mob, feel vibration. Oh, baby, you got me oh so crazy. Feeling oh so amazing. You. Loving the way I do. If I had a twin, it's me you're choosing. I was made for you. You were loving the way I'm moving. Loving the way I do. If I had a twin, it's me you're choosing. I was made for you. You got me on another vibration. Yeah, vibration. You got me on another vibration.
Amazing jam from right here at KUTV Kenya. His name is Halisi Mondre, and I want us to get to know him because we are already loving the music. Halisi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Mini Kofiti.
How is your Monday morning?
My Monday morning hangover, but yeah.
But you're good.
Yeah,
you came anyway.
Yeah, alijaniuliza hangover ni ya nini?
Hangover ni ya nini? You know, we don't like to assume things here. Hangover ni ya nini?
Mango matamu.
Yeah. All right, so karibu sana. Welcome to Art and Culture Monday. This is going to be short and sweet because time is not on our side. So kindly tell us, when did you start singing professionally, Halisi?
Professionally, I think it could be 2 years ago. I had quit. I went into youth leadership from my area where I had my own foundation, fed 300 families during COVID. And that time I was struggling between balancing music. You know, jo kuna venye kio cha jamii pale wewe ni kiongozi alafu. So, but advice from a couple of people, follow your dreams, and that's why I'm here.
You did.
Yeah.
So since 2 years ago, how many songs do you have out?
I released an album of 8 songs on December 6th. That's on my website, halisimonremusic.com.
Yes.
I think it is the most... nasikia wasanii wakisema wameuza album out here. I think mine is the most sold out album because imenunuliwa majuu. I think the sales right now are over $1,000 USD. Yeah.
Amazing. So what made you start over? Because wasanii wengi wakianza, they tend to do a number of solo songs. What made you head into the direction of an album?
It was basically, okay, last year I was really traveling because when I entered the leadership, I started doing climate action and I was singing climate music. So I used to, nikirudi Kenya, na link up na bishti yangu naitwa Nals Rail Wheel. Those are crazy producers.
na record, and then the next 2 weeks I'm out. So after like one year or like 11 months nikajipata niko na backlog of songs, na nikianza kuzitoa one by one I felt like inanirudisha nyuma, so I compiled them and released them as an album during my birthday.
Okay, so with the songs that you had out, that was 8 in an album. How long did it take to put them together now, like to be ready for release?
Put them together, it was like every time nikiingia studio nikishamaliza kazi yangu inaundwa, natumiwa, nasikiza. So it was just a matter of just saying these are the songs I want to put on the album after like recording 13-12 songs. So I chose the 8 and we released them. Yeah, and some of them are not yet on YouTube, by the way.
Yes. So you actually had to choose among many songs that these are the 8 that I want put in the album.
Sure.
What was the criteria? You know, ni vibe ama ni, you know, what was the criteria for saying hizi ndio zitaenda kwa album?
It was market. Juu kuna ngoma mbili hapo za climate change, na nilikuwa na target hata inaitwa, it was being called, inaitwa Art for Earth. Nilikuwa na target market yangu ya climate change, wasi wananisikiza. So those are the 2 songs. The other 6 songs, Don't Judge, I talked about religion. Sasa hii mnaona Shakahola, mimi kama nilionaga
uko mbele.
Juu kuna ngoma inaitwa Don't Judge.
Yes.
Wanasema sijakamilika ati junatenda dhambi, as in watu wanakujaji sana, na yani wanakuambia lazima ukienda church na hizi vitu zote, and we can be in touch with God wherever we are. So there are a lot of songs hapo, I Wait for You, talking about suicide in marriages. So I chose songs that really spoke about different topics that I stand for.
Exactly. I want us to go back kidogo and talk about your activism and see how you landed at climate change. Like what inspired you to head the direction of activism towards climate change?
I've been there, even in my youth leadership we used to do campaigns of planting trees. And then there is this movement that I'm part of, it's called Sainesa. So they had come to our church for our workshop, na hiyo time nilikuwa chairman wa kanisa youth. So nika link up na wao, and then the journey began there, meeting people after people until we started going to perform in UN platforms.
Yes, I like that movement because of course anything positive towards climate change is a help to all of us. I want us to listen to your second song before we come back and talk about what you're doing right now. Yes. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, music from Halisi Mundre.
tukiraga ibekiunia tunyitete ginya tugathiguru no tunyihirie uyogene wa goro no ucejerie ruo ugie gikeno ture ukumagia tondu niwe gikeno ndo mana na furahia ndokira kiroko no mahoya nyajagie githadine na thayo utegwetha bia miatwenire ona tena maundu maitu moru na kiuga twi sawa niatwenire ona tena maundu maitu moru na kiuga twi sawa omuthenya gwakiraga Ngai wega maya maisa mega tuikare twina thayo kuria na kuhuna kumagara gucoka ni moyo ni Ngai tuturage twene mahoya no mahoya duta ona we ndũngĩenda gũthiĩ kuo ruo rwakwa anaruta ndeciragia ngũtũrana guo atĩ ngĩcaba no nake nĩakĩheire thayũ ona ndeka ũru we nĩnyonagia we twendire ona twĩna maũndũ maitũ moru na kiuga twĩ sawa nĩatwendire ona twĩna maũndũ maitũ moru na kiuga twĩ sawa o mũthenya gwakĩraga Ngai nĩ wega maya maica mega tũikare twĩna thayũ kũrĩa na kũhũna kumagara gũcoka nĩ moyo nĩ Ngai tũtũragia ithuĩ nĩ mahoya no mahoya ndokĩra ngahoya baba mwene hinya o mũthenya no tuko no mahoya.
Amazing song. That one and the many other songs that you have. Asante sana. What are you doing on this year? What are you working on this year?
So this year kama umesikia vibe yenye nakuja nayo ni vibe. Okay, so earlier this year umesikia Poo ya J Melody. We did a Poo Kikuyu cover. Ika trend on TikTok with my friend Khan. Na tukaamua tufanye mahoya yenye nimeperform sahi ku thank God. So this year for the next 3-4 months every Friday nitakuwa nina release track. Every Friday stroke Saturday, whichever the day will be, nitakuwa na release track. Vibe yangu mpya inaitwa Afrogivi. Just trying to modernize the Kikuyu industry back home. After nime travel, after nimeona kila kitu, nime realize culture is the most important thing.
Yes.
Hata nikienda mbele ya wazungu nikiimba Kikuyu, they are intrigued.
Yeah.
Other than like nikiimba Kizungu, they are like, oh, you know Wizkid, you know Burna Boy?
Yeah.
Na sasa nawatoa wapi? But nikiongea yangu, lugha yangu,
Yes.
wananichukua kama halisi.
Yes, they are excited to get to know you and to love your work.
Yeah.
So in short, do you know you've just promised a banger a week? So work week moja hivi ikipita kama hatuja kuona halisi.
Nimeanza.
Umeshaanza?
Mahoya like 3 Fridays ago.
Yeah.
Arata 2 Fridays ago. Juzi ya Friday nikatoa happy birthday.
Yes.
Next Friday natoa ingine inaitwa Kamera, ingine inaitwa Medhaiga. Just
So we are waiting.
Yeah,
so
it's
ladies
crazy.
and gentlemen, the guy to follow, you know, ukitaka music after music after music is Halisi Mondre. All right, Halisi, tell us where we can find your music as we close.
Halisi Mondre.
Yes.
On Instagram. Mondre on Facebook. Halisi Mondre on Spotify. Boomplay Halisi Mondre. Everywhere tu kisearch tu Halisi Mondre manzeo inita pop up.
So we are
hata
waiting.
kwa maombi
Wakikuombea.
Wakiniombea.
Unataja tu Halisi Mondre.
Bas.
Yes, but we are waiting for your music. Of course, that means if you're going to be releasing that many songs, we are going to be expecting you back here. But you know, you can come back here to ambia what you are working on, what you're doing. Una plan collabos na kina nani. We have the airtime if you have the music.
True.
Okay, so who are you wishing a happy Mother's Day as we close?
I'm wishing my mom happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
I'm wishing my baby mama happy Mother's Day. I am wishing my wife's bro.
Yes.
Oh, my bro's wife.
Yes.
Yeah. So, my bro's happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Na all the people wenye wamekuwa around me.
Yes.
Especially neza happy Mother's Day to one lady.
Yeah.
Wakati nilikuwa napeana food, she works in the Catholic Diocese. She's called Madam Jane. Alituleteanga trailer ya chakula.
Yeah.
Na vitanda.
Yeah.
And sijaimsahau.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's Day to her.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Asante Mondre for being here. Today we are short of time, so I'm going to be leaving you with Mondre's performance. I close, right? All right, Sawa. As we close, we are going to be listening to Halisi Mondre's another final song because he's doing amazing jams. So right about now, Halisi Mondre once again.
Yeah.
Halisi!
All the friends that destroy relationships.
hirete mahu maragwa ashoneo uradhikereria magekwira vile mini mbaya menyerera matiga tudhukeri wedoyo wito baby fire ushionewe uradhikereria magekwira vile mini mbaya menyerera matiga tudhukeri wedoyo wito baby fire nearata arata arata marakuhenia nearata arata arata marakuhenia taririkana siku urewukire gwitu akiuga niarenda gukoma ukira kioya thimu na kihurira thimu akiuga niarenda kumicokia ati ndimuhe thiku imwe iri utariko ati tondu niagukana mawega ngimwira we wazimu na kwako sina hamu murata waku nianjigite wega acioneo urathikereria magikwira vile mini mbaya menyerera matiga tuthukeri wendoyo wito baby fire ucionewe urathikereria magikwira vile mini mbaya menyerera matiga tuthukeri wendoyo wito baby fire nearata arata arata marakuhenia nearata arata arata marakuhenia nearata arata arata marakuhenia nearata wo arata marakuhenia arata wo arata marakuhenia nearata arata arata ushionewe uradhikereria magikwira vile mini mbaya menyerera matiga tuthukeri wedoyo wito baby fire.
I know. Man, that was music from Halisi Mondre, and he is doing great. I love the jams. I cannot wait, and we are going to be having him here over and over again because he's willing to do the job. So who are we not to give him the air time? All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Before I forget, as I leave, I'm going to be leaving you with the question for a free ticket to our art calendar. Mark Adam is going to be having a Nyatij concert, evening jazz, just relaxation time at the Alliance Francaise this Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you can win yourself a ticket from right here on Art and Culture. Monday, I'm going to be posting these questions on my socials, on my socials. And the question is simple. What instrument did Mark Adam bring to studio today? So for just an answer of that one, you can get yourself a ticket. So asanteni sana, I'm going to be posting that. And of course, if you get a ticket, go and have fun, go and enjoy. And representers na of course utuambie ilikuaje, ama unaweza patana na mmoja wetu wawili wetu hapo. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an honor, it's been a pleasure, it's been fun doing this with you. Thank you for your feedback, for your love, for your attention, for being here from 7 a.m. Right now it's headed to 10 a.m. So asante sana for beautiful 3 hours. And of course a happy Mother's Day to all mothers out there. Like I started by saying, biological or otherwise, if you're a mom in any way, happy Mother's Day. You're doing an amazing job. And of course, a happy Mother's Day to my one and only mom. Her name is Sarah Nyambura, and she is watching. Asante sana, mom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my grandma, who is also watching, by the way. They were watching today's special. Sitaenda nyumbani leo. So happy Mother's Day to the both of you, and to all your friends. You guys are amazing moms, and happy Mother's Day to every one of you that is watching that is a mom. Happy Mother's Day. You are doing an amazing job, and we will keep celebrating you today and even for many other days for the rest of the year. Asante sana, you guys are see you guys next Monday, same time, same place, same amazing show.
All those pain and suffering, no one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you